definitely just keep watching. You're gonna see some stuff that you kind of haven't seen, and trying to point out like the differences. And that was one of the fun things about having Logan on commentary, was just like they would say, oh yeah, you know, Kadoran's more grounded, or like that kind of thing. But speaking of Marth, Falco, we're gonna get Bobby Big Balls versus Yamasaki, so this should be interesting. Bobby, kind of a very, very creative player, and I love this skin, by the way, the little squid.
Yeah, this is the blooper in the background. That's really, really awesome.
I was thinking it was called again, like blooper.
Blooper, yeah. I think it's blooper.
It is blooper for sure.
Makes me wonder how do you think about that? All right, Yamasaki versus Bobby Big Balls. This actually is a set that I expect to be potentially pretty competitive. Yamasaki, pretty strong. Marth player coming out of the Pacific Northwest. And of course, Bobby Big Balls, you know, requires no introduction at this point. Huge net play tournament grinder. But yeah, I could actually really see this set going either way. I think Yamasaki has been bringing some good stuff to the table recently, so I expect this one to potentially go the distance. Oh, the Marth up tilt. You love to get the Marth up tilts on the side of Fountain of Dreams. That setup, like, they have to DI into the stage, and if they DI out, they just get down aired.
No, absolutely. I think one of the things that's really cool about watching Bobby play too is, I know Leffen spoke with this a bit earlier, that like whenever you watch Bobby, you're always going to see like something kind of new, something that you could steal. You see a lot of stuff that maybe you don't want to steal, and that's kind of obvious in its own way. But like he's a very, very, very creative Falco. I know as a Falco player myself, kind of looking at like just ways he uses things like forward air, even covering that with up smash, kind of fun. But very creative for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
Good nair. You taking as much stage control as you can, but I like the laser F tilt even in the corner, and get decent, you know, amount of free advantage. Already at 100 though, so any move will knock him off. I like the side B from ledge.
Oh, big forwarder there. Nice dash dance grab, Yamasaki.
It's just like you said, this has been definitely Yamasaki showing us very, very, very capable play, putting Bobby kind of on his back foot. But can he clean up this stock? You know, even against Falco, Marthritis can be a real thing. You know, you don't want to overplay it too much, but like he needs a clean hit, and he's not getting it. He needs to start punishing that side B from the ledge.
Yeah, it can be tricky.
Wow, his advantage is disappearing, Toph. Like, he had a full 100% on Bobby, and now Bobby's still alive. Takes the stock back from him, and looking rough, man.
That's right. Oh, almost covered the roll there. Wow, back out of shield, he gets the tip hitbox. One stock apiece here. Let's see what Yamasaki can do. Wow, Bobby covering the roll from the ledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think roll from the ledge is a particularly common Marth option, so that was actually really good from Bobby to get that read. Oh, Sakura angle panning out for him. Doesn't get the crouch cancel. Here's Yamasaki, crouch check J's. Nair, I like the choice. Just send him off stage. Trying to cover the high angle. Bobby goes higher.
Yeah, that is something that in that situation you want to be able to get. Wow, double dare, interrupting that. Beautiful end to the sequence. But what Toph was mentioning earlier, the Sakurai angle, you want to be going for something like a down smash or something so that you can kind of interrupt it and then do a down smash immediately afterwards. Bobby just kind of wasn't ready in that position. Still manages to close it out anyway, though. But like you said, Yamasaki in a really, really good spot. I expect we'll see FD because, again, this is best of 5 throughout the entire tournament. But Falco has some stuff on FD, like really capable character. And I think Mango's been showing us just kind of that in the last couple months. Yep, not surprised to see FD. One of the things I always feel like as a Falco player that I think commentators have been getting, beautiful tech though, commentators have been doing a better job of articulating is that, like, while the pillaring follow-ups that Falco does looks kind of simple, it's just like up, down, up, down, up, down. It's actually really hard to get the exact right timing of, like, should I be doing a full up down air? Should I be doing a double dub jump late down air here? Like, how should I be kind of positioning myself? It's like hard to punish really well on FD, and Bobby making it look kind of easy actually.
Yeah. I mean, I remember it was like this was something when Zane said he thought Mango hit harder than him in Falco Marth on the stage at one point.
Yeah.
So it can be done, but you got to be pretty on point with how you cover DI and stuff like that.
Ooh, I like that
love
back
that.
air, but it does get clipped. Just wanted to refresh invincibility a bit earlier, but if you do that, then they can up B earlier, and there's this weird mix-up, again, referencing the whole rolling up from edge discourse that happened earlier. There is a lot going on there, but this should be pretty easy edge guard. Maybe we'll see Marth killer. Oh, opts not to go for it. Gets the back air anyway. I like the bait there. This is that percent, though, where, like, if he dash attacks in, you could just suddenly open up for a grab. But I like the forward smash. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff we're seeing from Bobby. This is really dominant so far, making FD look like his counter pick.
Yeah, this is exactly what we want to be seeing. Ouch, that's a big forward smash, though. Opportunity here. That's a tough one to cover. That is a tough one to cover. That straight on angle to the ledge. All right, Yamasaki. Oh, I think he SDI'd out of the first hit in air.
He definitely did SDI up and away to get out of that. And once again, does it like once more back to back, but still Yamasaki following up with the punish anyway. I think that's one of the strengths of Marth on this stage, really. It's the thing people talk about all the time, is that like even if he drops a punish, he can kind of just pick it right back up again, you know, like right there. Drops the tech chase and then reads the spot dodge and gets it. And now the chain grab continues. He takes way more percent than you would have expected him to. Does he get off ledge though? Pivot? Nope. These side Bs from Bobby have been solid.
They have been, yeah, and wow, yeah, I did not expect to attack that. I'll be honest with you. I thought that was going to be a mistech for sure. Bobby Big Balls going up 2-0. Wow. Hitting hard. Yeah, hitting hard on FD. You know, this is something we were kind of talking about during Logan's set, where Brub was just not really ready to, you know, you're ready to hit quite as hard as Logan was. And you're seeing in this set kind of what it can look like when Falco is ready to pull the trigger on some of his really brutal combos when he gets an opening.
And, you know, it's funny you mentioned Logan's opinions, because I know Logan mentioned for Fox Marth that they think FD not as good a stage as Stadium is. That Stadium's the best stage in that matchup. And I kind of wonder if that would be true here as well, where like Falco's ability to pillar and control space and laser with all that room, really, really effective. Maybe we could see Marth opt to go to Stadium instead. Pikachu? What?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Is this like disrespectful? Is it just like...
I don't know. Maybe. Well, I mean, I think we'll find out, right? This might be a character. This is a character that I would say people consider to be one of Marth's toughest matchups. No comment on whether Pikachu actually wins, but certainly it's a difficult matchup for Marth to play.
I mean, if you ask Miller.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard even KJH for a while was thinking about picking up Pikachu as a legitimate Marth counter pick, so I think the gameplay is going to tell us, you know, exactly how, you know, if this is disrespect or just something that Bobby's legitimately trying to bring to the table.
No, for sure. I think one of the things I like from Yamasaki so far is just like really controlling center, not kind of giving it up unnecessarily. Pikachu has kind of like crappy options, especially at the lower percents, where like pretty much only really has like Nair and stuff if you're going to space it well. Otherwise, you kind of have to call people out. And I think Yamasaki doing a good job of that in this matchup. Like, look at this. Just, how does he get in?
Edge guard here. Wow, doesn't get off the ledge with the right timing. Gets clipped by the Martha B.
Ooh,
I will say the crowd...
Shield right in to grab it anyway.
No jump here from Bobby. I will say the angles have been pretty good from Bobby Big Balls, but the stocks are getting taken at pretty low percents. And I think survivability is something Pikachu should be kind of bringing to the table, so it's not really a good look if you're getting KO'd at around 100, 110 every time.
I think, you know, speaking of percents too, like being able to kill Marth at low percents is Pikachu gets a back throw, hits with the up air. Yeah, and suddenly they're in a good spot. Like this is kind of the moment. You know, they go the down smash, they're off stage, but Yamasaki not giving it to Bobby at all and just being like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna play center. I'm gonna just force you to kind of do what I want you to do. It's rough.
So what I'm seeing so far in the neutral is like Yamasaki is putting up a wall of aerials and tilts, and Bobby's strategy seems to be to run in and shield and hope that Pikachu can do something out of shield. And the problem with that strategy, I would say, is that Pikachu's tiny T-Rex arm, so you're never going to get a shield grab, especially on Marth. And
there you go. That's what I was talking about.
There it is. That's a big edge guard. But now it's back to the neutral game. See, again, shield, wave dash in, get down tilted. Shield, wave dash in, get down tilted. I'd say, see, look how much damage he's taking just trying to, finally getting an opening there.
And, you know, you spoke about his, like, T-Rex arm.
Shield, wave dash in, get forward air. And now he's at 90.
Wave dash isn't, like, that long either. So kind of like everything about Pikachu is kind of like a little stunted. He just can't do as much. And it's funny because if you see Axe for this matchup, it looks like Pikachu favored. But if you're not really sure about how to deal with Marth's disjoints, like, it doesn't look great.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see Axe trying to advance in his shield as like his primary neutral game tool. Like Axe is maneuvering around the Marth, you know, using dash dance, getting Marth to whiff, you know, and then coming in at kind of unexpected angles and timings. Whereas it seemed like Bobby's approach was very linear. And I think when you play neutral like that, you can make it work with really good crouch cancel dash up usage, but you know, even then Marth can do things like down air or tip or forward air. So I think it's really bad, especially if you're being predictable, and I think it definitely looked like it got predictable in those 3rd and 4th stocks where Yamasaki was just punishing him every time.
I have been saw in chat that Kevin Deere mentioning that Bobby has gone the Pikachu before at the last GMO. So
oh wow,
it's like you're saying like kind of the KGH strategy of like actually trying to go Pikachu in those situations. So
I mean, space animals hate fighting Marth, so because yeah, it can be a very tough matchup. So I think if you're up 2-0 and you know it's the Marth's counter pick stage anyway, that's definitely the time to at least try it, right?
No, for sure. And like, yeah, like it's exactly what you're saying. You know, it's such an uphill battle when you're playing against Marth, and might as like at least on FD, and so might as well throw it out how you're doing.
Yeah.
But so good from Bobby here. Calls out these perfectly.
Yeah, I love that edge guard. Oh wow, good for tipper on the shield and a pivot tipper.
Yeah, but
almost
just
got
all beautiful spacing. I love that up air, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, you get a little bit of you know, Bobby's gonna go for the downer anyway, but he's gonna carry him a little bit closer to the ledge, so he actually gets him off stage with it. And all right, I mean, still a very close game here.
Yeah,
Bobby really good at. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, you're still seeing that kind of shielding and really key points, spacing with his shielding. I don't know if that's what you're gonna bring up, but like we see the run-up shield with Pikachu, much more powerful of an option with Falco. It seems like just you can laser at a shield, you can down air at a shield.
Exactly. So yeah. Oh, that was great. Sniping the ledge from him. Yeah, I think having access to laser out of shield alone means that you can actually threaten a bunch of space in front of you out of your shield in a way that Pikachu just can't.
That DI on throw too, like getting to ledge there, that's this kind of advanced stuff that we see more and more in kind of melee, that it just like, yeah, the counter shine too, like this is good. This is like all stuff I'm thinking like, hey, bust this out in my games, like make Marth feel some pain.
Ooh. Yeah, his Bobby's understanding of just where to be relative to Marth, staying on him in a way where he can pressure him from a relatively safe angle, landing behind his shield, you know, things like that. Yeah, this has been all Bobby's game here. Whoa, they're both dead.
Anyway,
so,
yeah,
some way somehow they both get KO'd there.
I think as someone who has like thought a lot about this specific matchup, just because surprisingly as a Falco player, I have struggled with. I think one of the things I look for or like started to notice as I got better and better at it is just like it feels like Marth kind of has like a bubble of space around him that you just kind of can't get into, and he's like moving and threatening it all the time. And once you figure out the ways to sort of like mix up and get in on that space, like you do so much better. Like making like, there was that moment where he went for the forward air or whatever, and then Bobby got the counter shine, and it's like the Marth wasn't ready for him to be doing that kind of stuff. Like he's so used to getting these follow-ups almost for free. Like I'm not trying to say it's easy, but more just there's situations where Marth has a real advantage. And if you can kind of figure out like subtle counterplay, or you're like doing really smart mix-ups, like the run-up shields, or just sort of like wave dashing down outside of his space. There's all these kind of small things you can do that suddenly make Marth like look not as capable and kind of powerful in the matchup. Right. And that's really fun to see.
Love him or hate him, I love what Blur said about just kidding, Blur. I love what Blur once said about how in Marth Falco, if nothing is happening, if both characters are just standing there, Marth is at an innate inherent advantage. And Falco only really becomes he only really gets the advantage if he is either behind the Marth at a spacing where Marth can't contest with the sword, or if he's got a laser out traveling towards the Marth in a way that he can kind of make something happen. So their natural states are such that Marth has an edge in the matchup. That's just how it is. But you saw with Bobby, he's doing things like he's going to the platforms and he's kind of downering at these awkward angles for Marth to cover. He's getting the Marth into the air off the combos and then kind of positioning himself out of the